Thank you for letting me invade your virtual space for just a minute. We're into November, the last hurrah of the year, with lots happening here at Mimico. And let me remind you of what is happening for your information and for prayer requests or prayer prompts for you. The 8:30 service, the Mandarin service, is continuing their look at the book of Joshua. You remember that book, Be Strong and Courageous, for I, the Lord, are with you. A reminder that we all need. And the other Sunday morning service that is continuing as normal as our 10:30 service, we're beginning a look at the book of Colossians. And at least my big theme is Jesus is still the answer. It was then, it is today. And we're going to look at how this little letter of Paul to a small church in a small city really speaks to us here and now and today at Mimico Baptist in Etobicoke in South Toronto. Lots to say, lots to explore, and we will not finish it in November. So we'll pick it up again in the new year somehow and sometime. I'm not going to let it not be finished. A few more other things that are happening. The youth, they meet regularly on Friday nights. A lot is happening at Mimico on a Friday night, but the youth are still meeting. And one of the things that they are driving or leading, spearheading, if you will, is a food drive for Stonegate Ministries. They have a food bank, and we'll be collecting non-perishable foods for them, and we'll give them to them. Now, this deadline is November 9th, so we have to have our food here at the church by November 9th, and we'll be getting it to the food bank up at Stonegate. So bring some non-perishable food and add to that effort and that ministry. On the 16th is our annual general meeting. And there's a lot happening and a lot of items to be discussed. So early in the month, I think even by the 2nd, we'll have a list for you to look at and discuss with yourself and with your family of what is happening here at Mimico. And then we will get into those conversations on the 16th. The other thing that is happening in November, at the very end of November, is the beginning of Advent. Jesus is the answer, as we're seeing in Colossians, and the themes of Advent, the common familiar themes, hope, joy, peace, and love, not necessarily in that order, are those concepts or truths, I don't know how to say it, that we in this day and age, in this postmodern age, need more and more of: hope, joy, peace, and love. So we're going to encourage you to think of people in your life, in your family, in your circle, who you have a relationship with, you've begun to build a relationship with, and you would love to see them sitting beside you for these services. So we're going to encourage you to invite some of these people. We're going to provide information and ideas on how to safely and appropriately invite people to church. A scary concept, perhaps, but Christmas is, after all, the most wonderful time of the year, and perhaps amongst the most open time for people to consider who Jesus is, who this little baby is, and why we sing songs about him. Who do you want to see sitting next to you at church for this season? The other things that are continuing, I'm leading a study in the book of Luke, and on Wednesday nights and again on Friday nights. The Mandarin's worship and study and youth group we've talked about, and also the kids ministry on Friday evenings. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to pray for. There's a lot to be involved in. And it's exciting to be part of Mimico Baptist Church this year, this month. And thank you for your few minutes. Have a good rest of your day.